Hey, what's going on, guys? We're live. Welcome to Point Fighter Live. I'm Alex Reyes. Welcome to Sport Karate Live. I'm Point Fighter Live. Um, the We're gonna have a guest on today. Mia Lang. She does it all. Okay, so it can't just be Point Fighter Live. It's Sport Karate Live. So if you're getting the notification, I just got it right now on my phone. So I want to make sure that I share this video right now, this interview. Thanks for tuning in. Give us some power. How do you give us some power? Share it right now. Okay, I just shared it right now to some of my pages, and you guys do the same. Let us know where you're watching from. We're gonna have an awesome show today. Another show today, right? We have a show planned tomorrow as well, and Friday. A lot of great events that passed this past weekend. Um, all Point Fighter events, and we have a lot of Point Fighter events now. The sport is really thriving right now, and thanks for tuning in. There you go, power. Give us some power. There you go. Thanks to ASG as well. um ASG, it's a great company. They got the helmets, they got uniforms, gear, everything you need for the bags. They even have hats, so anything for your point fighting side of that you need, your needs, they're right there. And you look fresh. Okay, now, tournaments, upcoming tournaments. We got Starcade coming up in a few weeks. Actually, yeah, not this weekend, next weekend. That's in Fort Lauderdale. That's going to be a great event. Murphy Gonzalez, Waco's coming, I think, to the first time to Florida. So that's going to be very interesting. What's going on? Yes, yeah, exactly. Team FMSAA or just 1A, is it? Yes, sir, from Arkansas. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, then we also have King of New York that weekend. That's on Sunday, February 10, Jolly Tension Seminar. Great seminars, by the way, too. Murphy's tournament, the Velocity seminars as well, the day before. And then you have the Central Valley Open also on the 9th. So great tournament. That's out in the West Coast. You got one in Florida, you got one in the East Coast in New York, and you got one in California. So you want some good tournaments, go to those. There's pre-shows on these events. um, this past weekend we had a great tournament. It was the Blitz, right, and Kick USA. They teamed up. That's Mia Lang right there. We're gonna bring her on in just a few minutes, and I got a bunch of pictures here that I'm gonna show. So while I'm talking to her, I'm gonna scroll through all the pictures that we took and all the winners. And the room was super packed, like, and it's amazing. The tournament was very big. There you go. Thanks, Power from Boston. Yes. Yeah, Starcade is coming. I can't wait. Hey, so, the tournament was huge. Like, it looked like a national event. And, it's pretty cool to see. You don't see leagues working together a lot, right? Like, I think that's very innovative of them, especially two regional leagues working together like that. Sometimes you'll have a national league with a regional league together. That's common, right? A mix, but two regional leagues, but they're powerhouses. They're like kind of like two national leagues together right there. So, great tournament. The overall men's winner was Luis Nunez, and the fighting was great. There was a bunch of great fighters there. Yoskar was there. Um, Christian Rivas, a lot of great fighters were there. So shout out to him on winning the event. All right, so we're gonna bring in Mia Lang. One of the things on the show is I want to bring in more juniors, more seniors, show love to everybody, right? More women as well, and that's what we're gonna do. She's very versatile. She's won in everything. We're gonna bring her on right now. Let's not keep her waiting, and I'm gonna keep the pictures scrolling from the event while we're talking to her. Okay, all right. Hey, what's
Hi,
going on? How you doing? Everything good?
I'm good. Yep, everything's good. How about you?
Awesome, awesome. Thanks for joining us today. Um, now, so you're 14 years old, right?
Yep, I just turned 14 a couple months ago.
Wow, that's good. But you're really a pro, and like you're kind of like a veteran in this sport
Thank
right here,
you.
right? Like,
Thank you.
you know,
Yeah, I like to think, I would like to think I am, yeah.
you really do. You've done it. You've done a lot. In your career already. And like, what age did you start? I think you started competing in NASCAR as a black belt in what, like 2013,
In 2016, in 2016, I
2016.
started competing as a black belt. Yep.
Wow,
I was
20.
still a red
You,
belt though, but I decided to compete as a black belt.
yeah, you got your black belt not too long, right? Not too long ago, was
Yeah,
it?
I got it in February last year.
Wow, February last
hmm
year. That's
Yeah.
great. So, what do you think now? That's great. That's great to hear because sometimes, parents or instructors, they're kind of like they know that they got a special talent there, and but once you move up, you can't move back down, right? So,
No.
like, what advice do you have for everybody? Who made the decision? Was it your parents? Was it your instructor?
It was kind
Or
of
was it you? Yeah,
it was me and my parents both kind of thinking about it because I was in the advanced division and I was mostly winning. I was winning a lot. I had great competitors, but I was winning a lot. So I was like, okay, let's see if I can challenge myself a little bit more. So I talked to my instructor about it, and we talked to the president of NASCAR, Larry Carnahan, about it,
yeah.
and they all said yeah. So we just did it just to see how it's like being a black belt.
That's great. That's great. And you had some pretty good success. Did you have success from the start?
Um, At first, I won a few divisions, and then just as you keep training and training, you just win more and more. You just keep getting better.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, that's really awesome right there. That's good to hear. It's like pushing yourself, right? Why stick around? Like I believe in that as well. I believe if you're really good and you're winning already in one division, push yourself to the next. If not, you kind of get bored of it, right? In a way.
Yeah,
But last year you won. I mean, you've won weapons, forms, and fighting, right? At
yeah,
top.
yeah, yep. In that actually that year in NASCAR, I won weapons, forms, and fighting. I had great competitors that year, like Madison Olson and Kaylee Kakic.
Yeah,
They are great competitors, and Megan Butterfield. They're all great. So I
yeah.
loved competing against them.
Those are some tough competition. Now, who would you say? Do you still fight now, right? Are you still competing, fighting?
Mhm.
Yeah, right. Um,
Lately, I've taken a little bit break because I have studies, a lot of school, but I always put school first.
yeah,
But I'm going to be getting back into fighting very soon. So yeah.
yeah. Now, who are some, like you just mentioned some names recently? Like, who are some of the names that are some top juniors out there, junior fighters? It doesn't have to be in your division
Fighters,
as well, but let's just show some love to some top juniors that are coming up that you like to watch or you've competed
I
against.
would I would say definitely Gina Gamba, Gabby Gamba, Beatrice Garcia
Oh,
is really
yeah,
good. Peyton Fender, she's like my sister.
yeah.
Jasmine Friedman, she's not a junior, but she's young. I would also say Brandon Taylor. He's
Oh,
good
yeah,
too, and
for
Rufio
sure,
Rosado.
for
They're
sure.
all they're
Hey,
all from Florida sports.
yeah, Florida
And
sport
Haley
martial
too.
arts.
Haley Glass is she's definitely really good. She's very
I was,
strong. She's
I
good.
was just gonna say a lot of those are teammates right there, right? Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
Cool. Now tell us more about your school, Florida Sport Martial Arts. I didn't know until recently that you were from there until I kind of saw some pictures and I'm like, man, what a stable for real that William has there. And man, he's been pumping out talent for so long, even just with his son Mark. And
Yeah,
then
with Mr.
so many
Mark.
people have come to that school and like, wow. I was even thinking about doing a highlight video of just the school because I can make at least a 5-minute video of you guys with your highlights. But for real, it's a stable and it's something special there, right?
Yes, definitely. I at our school there's just a lot of talent, and we just keep helping the younger generation, and we just keep producing more talent. I think it's a great school to go to. We work really hard there, and I just love it there because we all motivate each other, and we're all motivating the younger ones, and they'll just one day motivate the other younger ones. And I just think it's great that we're all doing that. Our instructors are amazing with Jasmine Friedman, Mr. Hakeem Walker, he's there,
Oh,
Relly
yeah.
Valentine, and Carlos, Mr. Carlos. And also our prior instructors too, like Miss Cindy Tang and Mr. Justin Ortiz, they were great
Dustin
instructors.
Ortiz, yeah, yeah. I remember even I think a long time ago, Jeremy Roque, when he was young, he worked there.
Oh
And
yes.
everything. Like
Yeah.
I remember
Like
going to
when I
this.
just started karate.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember seeing him there when I just started.
Yeah, and then he went on and opened up his school. He used to. I think he would
Hmm.
teach. I don't think that he was trained there. Like he grew up there, but it's gone through a lot of greats in there. Now talking about like what you just said, helping like so the black belts also help teach the underbelts, and that kind of like
Hmm.
creates a culture, right? Where you're really
Yeah.
developing talent. That's the secret right there. You just basically
Hmm.
said it, and you guys step it up and you help the underbelts, and they also look up to you as well, right?
Yeah, that's one of my favorite parts. I like walking into the karate school and I just like seeing the kids go, "Hi, Mia." I really like doing that. It makes me even more motivated just to help them.
Wow, that's really high level stuff right there. Um, that's really high level stuff. Hey, so you're on Team Straight Up, right? That's
Hmm.
another thing
Yep.
too. Your school, like you guys are on a bunch of teams, right? Like you're
Yeah.
sponsored by multiple teams. That's like a big accomplishment as well. So how did you get picked up by Straight Up? It's been a few years, right? Like 3 years.
Yeah, it's been 3 years. So the like about a few months, about 2 months before I turned into the black belt division, I was asked by Mr. Greenhall at WKC. That was the first time I had competed black belt at WKC. I Mr. Greenhall asked me to be on WKC or on Team Straight Up,
Team Straight Up, yeah.
and yeah, he asked me to be on Team Straight Up, and we talked to Mr. William about it, and yeah, I like my team.
That's good. That's
Great
good.
team.
Yeah, Joe is the man. He's been around. That
Hmm.
team straight up has been around a long
Forever.
time. Yes, I remember since the night. I think late 90s, maybe like for real. So I remember fighting and seeing him out there, Joe. So he's very passionate about the sport, and
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, and a good dude. Now you mentioned also the WKC, right? You've won some gold medals with the
Yes,
WKC.
I
What
did. I
what year
did.
was that?
That was in 2015. Yeah, that was
2015.
right. Yeah, that was right. That was kind of what helped my decision to turn black belt
Okay.
because I competed black belt at WKC.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, because in WKC is all black belts. There's no underbelt divisions, so you
Yeah,
have.
it's
And if you're an
just
underbelt, you have to compete in the black belt division. Yeah, yeah, for the
yeah.
gold title. Yeah, I mean for the gold.
Hmm.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and you won gold there, so that kind of helped you. Now you also are a champion in blitz in Florida as well,
Yeah.
nationally, internationally. What are the differences, right? What are the biggest differences, like competing, let's say, in blitz and then a NASCAR tournament first?
Okay, I would say the first difference is the amount of people, definitely. There's always going to be a lot more people at NASCA because it's
Yeah,
more of a national event.
yeah.
But at Blitz, I think there's a lot of great Florida competitors, and I personally enjoy Blitz a lot
Hmm.
because all these people here, they're all from Florida. A lot of them I train with
Yeah.
occasionally, so I know them all, and I just enjoy being with those people. But also, I do like NASCA because part of it is you get to travel and everything, which is just great. It's just so many like different experiences. It's
Yeah.
awesome. And also, I would say that you get a wider variety of competitors too, because they're from all over the place. But
Yeah.
at Blitz, I still think the competition is great.
Yeah, the competition is great for blitz, and it's pretty cool also when you travel nationally that you get like top people from the region as well in their
Yeah.
mix with the people that are travel NASCA. Now, how about the international? How was your experience with the WKC with the international?
That was cool. I got to see people that I've like never seen before, so it's like, oh, I've never seen how you compete before. Just see it now. It's just different. It's different people, which is I think it's really cool to experience how other people do it because in Canada, I've seen like there's different styles even. It's just a different way kind of like.
Now you have to adjust too, right? Like you do you have to adjust the way you do your forms or your fight? Like I figured, or do you come in kind of with the same mindset in regionally, nationally, and internationally? Like, how's your does it do you have a does your game plan change at all?
Um, Not really. Maybe in NASCA, maybe just like a little bit more like on the flashy side a little bit. But not really. I just try to just do the best I can either way. Either way.
Yeah. Hey, so you won the diamond ring in October. Would you say that that's one of what's your biggest accomplishment that you think you've done as far
I
as win,
think my
your biggest
biggest
win so far?
my biggest win, I think, is definitely diamonds. I was so happy about that. I was like astonished. I was just so proud. I was so happy about that because I had been on stage for 3 years in a row, and that was my third year. But
Oh
the
wow.
prior 2 years, I didn't win. So we're like, oh, three times a charm or whatever. And then it actually happened, and I was like,
Wow.
wow.
Hey, that's great. So you didn't win it three times. You came back and you finally won it, and that's pretty cool. Like the hunger grows sometimes when you don't win. You know sometimes people give up, and that's one of the cool things about martial arts and karate tournaments. You
Yeah.
lose or you don't win, because you won to make it on stage, but you want you want to finish, and that drive. That's one of the cool things that martial arts teaches you in life and competition, right? So,
Yeah,
hey, so we're
definitely.
scrolling to some of the pictures here of the tournament. How'd you enjoy the event? It was very big, right?
Yeah, it was a lot of people there. There was a lot of people and a lot of good competition too. It was a good tournament.
Yeah, it was
Like,
a good tournament. Yeah, it was
hmm
a great tournament. It was really packed, a lot of action. I know when I was streaming, people were messaging me, people were commenting thinking that it was a national tournament. And basically it pretty much was a pretty big, almost like like a mini national, pretty much, So it was
yeah,
a really good
yeah,
time.
there was people from like out of state and everything. It was
Yeah,
great.
yeah, there was. Hey, so you also have, I heard that you're really good in school as well, right? I think I wrote it some down. Honor Society, right? You're in the Honor Society. You have a great GPA, right? You're doing really good in school, right?
Yeah.
That's
hmm
awesome. And you also I heard that you have other talents too, right? Like a piano.
Yeah, I play piano. I've been playing piano for as long as I've been doing karate. I started both at around like the same age.
Wow,
hmm
that's cool. Is there competitions for that too?
No, there isn't. We have
No.
recitals, but there's no
Oh, the
competitions.
recitals like shows, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's cool. I know that your dad likes to take pictures and videos of you. Does he
Yeah.
does he video and take pictures of that stuff too? Yeah, or
Um, yeah,
yeah,
sometimes he does.
because
He
I
takes
gotta
more
check it
pictures of
out.
karate.
I gotta check it out. I want to see your skills on the piano.
All
Like,
right.
do you kind of like for the recital? So you're playing for like a show, like with people are dancing and stuff, or they're doing stuff, or you just basically just it's just you in the show. Yeah.
At the recitals, it's just usually me, but I also play for my church at my school. I
Wow.
go to a Catholic school, so I play for my church there, so for the
Wow,
choir.
you're really a performer all around, right? Hey, so
Thank you.
how do you think that karate? I mean, karate helps in a lot of things. How do you feel and competitions? How do you feel that it's benefited you? Martial arts in just in your life.
Oh, definitely it's taught me a lot of respect. Definitely. Respect is a big one. Self-control,
Yes.
because it just disciplines you to just make sure you can do things. And time management, because you just have to know how to, you really do have to know how to manage your time when
Yeah.
you have karate, your regular life and school, and whatever else you do. You just need to
Wow.
be able to manage that. So it definitely teaches you that, which I think prepares you for even more.
And even more time management is having time to do weapons, forms, and fighting training. That that's crazy right there. How do you do that? How do you what's the schedule like? Do you just do like day with forms and day with just weapons and fighting, or it's all every day all of it?
Yeah, I usually kind of plan ahead what I'm going to train that day.
Yeah.
Like usually on Wednesdays and sometimes Fridays I'll do sparring, and then Mondays I'll do forms, and Tuesdays I usually have piano, but and then on Thursday I'll do weapons. I'll just kind of divide it up like that.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's awesome to hear. And that school is awesome right there where you're at, and the great talent. And yeah, so there you have it, guys. One more thing. What any goals? I got one more question for you. Any goals that you have
Any
in
goals?
sport karate? You've had. I mean, especially in weapons and forms competitors. A lot of times they're on that main stage earlier, so it's not like when you're in fighting too. I mean, you're a fighter as well. In fighting you kind of become a star when you're an adult,
An
but in
adult.
forms you're already kind of a star. What goals do you have are in the future in the sport?
One day I definitely want to get a Warrior Cup at Chicago.
Oh
I
yeah.
want to try my best to do that.
Yeah.
And I really just want to keep competing, doing my best, getting on more NASCA stages hopefully,
Yes.
and also teaching. I just love teaching. That's just
Teaching. Yeah.
something I love doing.
That's great. That's great. Awesome. All right. Well, great interview. It was great to talk to you. I want to have
You
you on the
too.
show again in the future. And I just want to keep watching your progress, and you're keeping track of your championships and seeing you at a lot of tournaments in Florida and nationally. So thanks for joining us. And thanks to everybody for tuning in as well. And have a good night. All right. Power,
Thank
baby.
you.
Woo.
Bye.
Yes. Bye.